Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our next part of the show. And like I have said before, this part will be the listening part, and they will start speaking and whispering to my ears, and I will just speak, tell you what did they speak. So first one is for the boy. The boy is on my left side, and are you ready? Hold your pen and write down the answer. What do they decide it would be for the easiest? The second one is the most effective measure to take about the making the school greener. Okay, y'all ready? Let's begin. I think they should ban cars from the school premises. In my opinion, far too many people have lived to school even when they don't live very far away. All those car journeys must add up to a lot of pollution. Most of those students could probably walk or cycle. True! True. But I think if they did ban cars, we need to provide a lot of more. What are they called? Those things that you park your bike in. Cycle racks. That's it. That's it. We need more of those. Then I think more students would cycle to school, which would be good for the environment and good for their health. That's right. Although some students just live too far away. True. Another thing I have noticed in the number of plastic bottles around the school, it takes a lot of natural resources to make those, and when the drink is finished, the bottles get thrown away, and the plastic takes of hundreds of years to biodegrade. So all in all, plastic bottles do a lot of damage. And why do people need to buy them in the first place? They could drink water. I know. And if the school installed some of the water taps, not taps exactly, but similar. Do you mean drinking fountains? Yes, drinking fountains. If there were more of those around the school, I don't think students would buy as many bottles. Maybe not, but a lot of people prefer other drinks. They don't really like water. So I'm not sure how effective it would be. Well, at least the school could encourage the students to recycle empty bottles. Do you mean glass bottles? Glass and plastic. They should have those things for putting your recycling in all over the school. Recycling bins. Yes, you're right. That would be simpler to do and also cheap. And I think students would really use them. Oh, this line was the girls. You're right. That was simple to do and cheap, and we will use them. Of course, if we are really serious about protecting the environment, we should try to use the alternative sources of energy. How about installing one of those big wind generators in the playground? You know, the ones that look like a bit like the windmills? Wind turbines. Yes, we need a wind turbine. Too expensive. It will never happen. You're right. Yeah, like staying. Oh, the boys tell me that we must stay confused. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. So you have heard all of the story of the boy and the girls about how to make their school greener. So did you choose the answer to the the easiest way and the most effective way to take and protect the school greener? It was. the recycling bins and cycle racks. Yes. So I want to hear the proof. So the part that the girls say, true, but I think if they did ban cars, we need to provide a lot more. What are they called? So the boy said cycle racks. The girl said that's it. We need more of those. Then I think more students would cycle to school, which would be good for the student, also the environment, and good for their health. So they all agree on that thing. And on the next thing, that is the recycling bins. Recycling bins. Where are those? Oh yeah, here. Glass bottles, glass and plastic. They should have those things for putting your recycling in all over the school. The girl said recycling bins. The boy said yes, agree. You're right. That would be simple to do and cheap. And I think all the students would really use them. So that is the answer to the exercise number 2. Okay, so here. Exercise number 2, the answer are, sirs. First one, it is installing cycle racks. Cycle racks. And recycling bins. Okay, so we finished the exercise number 2, and moving on to the exercise number 3 right now. They say that, listen again, what expressions do the students use to describe the ideas when they can't remember the correct term, A or B? Both are correct English. Okay, so when you're trying to describe something, some object that you know before, you know it, but you don't know an exact word to the object that you are explaining to. You may have some kind of explanation that the boy and girl did use in their speaking, and you may have listened before. So those 8 sentences are all correct, but listen to if them use one of those 2 in 8. 4 of them. Listen if they use 4 of them. Yeah, 8. So just half of it. So you will choose number 1. Those things that you park your bike in. That is an option 1. Option number 2. Those things for parking your bike in. For the situation number 2, not taps really, but similar. Those things that are a little bit like taps. For situation 2. Situation 3. Those things for putting your recycling in. Those things to put your recycling in. So choose one of those. Situation number 4. The ones that are shaped like giant windmills. The ones that look a bit like giant windmills. Okay, so choose one of them, and we'll be right back with the next part of the show. I will tell the 2 students to speak again one more time so you could find the correct answer, the correct way that they are trying to explain to each other about the object that they are saying that it should be used to make the school greener. Okay, so y'all gonna wait for the next part? They all say yes, depends on me. We'll be right back with the next part of the show.